What is going on, guys and girls? Welcome back to TV and Me. I'm of course Kevin, and it's time once again for the Walking Dead weekend. So before we get into a breakdown of last episode, I've actually got some good news, and that is today is going to be a double episode day. So today we're going to have episodes 5 and 6. Tomorrow will be episode 7. And then next weekend will be 8 and 9. And the reason for that is because quite a few of you, I think it's about 5 or 6 of you, told me that episodes 8 and 9 actually need to be watched back to back because they're like one long form episode. Which is great. I'll do that because I've said it in the comment section before, but you guys and girls are my shepherds. You know which episodes are best watched together. So I'm going to do that next weekend. And it did make me question though, if they are best watched back to back, how did you guys and girls deal with that? Because you had to wait for the mid-season break, which must have been absolute torture. But then again, thinking about it, most episodes of The Walking Dead end on a cliffhanger. You know, they always leave you waiting and wanting more, so it's probably no different from what you're used to. But I'm happy to do it. So like I say, double episode today. I'll do it how I normally do it, where I watch one episode, jump straight into the next episode, which will be a separate video, and the whole review for both episodes will be at the end of the second video. So last episode was of course all about Morgan, but I feel like that episode was more self-contained. It explained his backstory, explained the reason for why he is who he is now, and the more time I've had to think about it, I've come to a more concrete conclusion on what I think about Morgan. And you know, basically it's just that I feel like Morgan is doing something good. I feel like he's doing something right, and I feel like the Walking Dead world needs someone like Morgan. The problem comes from the fact that he's doing it in Alexandria, where he's putting people's lives in danger. You know, he's playing chicken with their lives because they don't know that Wolf is down there. They don't know he's trying to, you know, help him. He's keeping it a secret, and I feel like that secret could possibly get people killed, because no doubt that Wolf could get out of that basement. It's not going to be too hard for him. If he really wanted to, that was. And, you know, like I say, as much as I appreciate what Morgan's doing, and I feel like if he was on his own, it would be perfectly fine. If Alexandria had a prison, it would be perfectly fine, because they'd have somewhere safe and secure to keep this man. But with Morgan doing it the way he's doing it, I don't agree with it. I don't agree that he's doing it around people that can't defend themselves, as they've proven in these last few episodes, where the Alexandrians got bum rushed basically by the wolves, you know, and a lot of them were killed and a few survived. And like I say, as much as I appreciate Morgan's philosophy, as much as I appreciate him doing good in this world, because it is very much needed, he needs to either leave with like-minded people on his own and do basically what Eastman was doing, where he was doing it on his own, so he only put his own life in danger. And on top of that, something which I didn't bring up, which a few of you did in my comment section, and that was that Eastman was a psychological professional. He was a therapist. He did this for a living, whereas Morgan isn't. So Morgan attempting to recreate what Eastman did is a lot more dangerous, not only because he doesn't have the correct skills to do it, but also because he's putting that dangerous person in an environment which, you know, could cause him to kill other people unnecessarily. So the short version of all that is, I appreciate what Morgan is doing, I respect what he's doing, I think that good is needed in this world, but at the same time it has to be done with a bit of common sense. He has to do it in the right place at the right time with the right people. But with that out of the way, I really feel like this next episode that we're about to watch is going to be basically following on from the episode previous to the last one, and that was the whole one with, you know, Glenn dying. R.I.P. Glenn, I still miss him. And the whole thing that went down with Rick in the RV. Now, he tried to lead the walkers away, but of course the wolves that were escaping Alexandria bumped into him. Rick had to shoot him, kill him. And, you know, in that moment he realised that Alexandria had been attacked because he found the baby food in that guy's pocket. So Rick is stuck. He can't lead the walkers away because the RV won't start. You know, he's got this running through his mind that Alexandria has been attacked and these people have come from there, so he doesn't know if his family's safe, he doesn't know if Carl is safe, if Judith is safe. And the other half of the group, Sasha, Daryl, you know, who else was it? It was Abraham, wasn't it? They're all leading the other half of the walkers away, so they're out of the picture as well. So what's going to happen now is anyone's guess. Are they going to find Glenn's body? Because if he just goes missing and, you know, Maggie never hears from him again, that would just be heartbreaking for her especially. Is Rick going to get back? You know, is he going to let the walkers go by, then try and run back to Alexandria? Or speaking of which, there was a call out at the end of Morgan episode. Somebody did shout out like they were at the gates of Alexandria. And that could possibly be Rick, because I feel like he was closer to Alexandria than anyone else. So that could be him. Again, it's all up in the air. Anything can happen. I'm excited to see what happens next. So let's get into this episode. Let's see the fallout of the last 2 episodes. And let's get into it. It was Rick.
They got back here. Half of them. Still enough to surround us 20 deep.
Shit, they all the way round.
You haven't been through anything like this. But we're safe for now. The wall's gonna hold together. Can you?
I wanted to try to get into a cannery and scavenge. Daryl wanted to keep looking for people. We did what I wanted.
Fuck.
And we wound up in a trap set by those people. And I lost my pack. They must have followed our tracks. Those people who attacked us, they found their way back here because of me.
Wasn't his
There'll be more
fault.
to talk about.
Deanna?
She lost it, didn't she? She's done.
We have to ration
Okay.
now.
Can't spend whatever time I have left watching my family starve.
Wait!
I'm sorry.
Fucking morons.
Right now, stop it. This stuff is for everyone. We need to make it last if we're gonna survive.
Why don't you go make sure the gate's closed, Spencer?
Doing this will start us down a road where nothing matters. Where no one else matters. And then we'll all look back at this moment right now as when we destroyed this place.
I'm liking Spencer. He's carrying that guilt, isn't he? He feels responsible. They don't know, do they? Maybe they're just assuming.
Now you're gearing up.
She's
waiting
going
for
out
dark.
after him, isn't she? Which I'm not surprised by, to be honest.
I can't let you do this.
You can't stop me.
I'm going to help you. And I know a safer way out.
This came from the pantry. You stole it?
I wouldn't call it that.
So what you told everyone? That was just bullshit?
No. If they all went in and raided the pantry and everyone knew it, saw it, then that would be the end. But one person and no one ever would know.
Damn it, Spencer!
Me? Now that is some bullshit. You're the reason we're so screwed. You made us this way. We were never safe here. But you didn't want to see that. You didn't want us to see that. You just wanted to dream. What happened? To Dad? To Aiden? That's all you.
I think he may have just pushed her over the edge.
Here I am, clueless on the floor. You patched people up. You're helping make things better.
I think he's gonna die.
He's not dead yet.
I don't know about that.
It's not like I don't feel it. You know, being afraid sucks.
Oh shit, is Jesse gonna do it? She did. Jesse's got what it takes. She really has. Like most of them, they wouldn't even dare, including him.
I used to not want to see the way things are.
But this is what life looks like now. We have to see it. We have to fight it. If we don't fight, we die.
That's pretty much it. It's a sucky choice, but that's what the world is now.
I'm going on my own from here.
Maggie,
No.
I can't watch more names go up on that wall.
If he's alive, he told us he would have found some way to signal us if he got out. If he's alive, he's hurt or trapped, maybe taken. If he's alive, he needs my help. That's why I'm doing this. And if he's dead, I don't want to be waiting on him.
People are dead. I was a part of that. And I have to live with that.
Kill it! Maggie! You're better than that. On ya, Darren came now.
And we can't go out there. Carl wanted to try. I stopped him. I told him I'd tell you if he did. And then, I don't know, I just thought I should tell you anyway.
Do you know where he is now?
Yeah, he's back at the house. I saw him on the porch with Judith. So I was thinking about what you said back at the quarry. And, I mean, you're right. I need to know how to protect myself, my mom and brother. So you can teach me how to shoot.
How is he? What is it?
It's the end of the world.
No, it's not.
Yeah, being afraid sucks.
We just have to get through a few and then we're gone.
No.
You ready?
No, we can't.
I'll go.
No.
No! It's over! He didn't want me to go out there, and I said yes. And if I would have gone, if I was with him, maybe I could have helped him. I don't know if he's alive. He would have shown me by now. That's what Michonne said. I just want to see his face. I can't. I don't get to know what will happen. I don't get to know why it happened, what I did right or wrong. I have to live with that. You do too.
The fuck did he come from?
Come on, you son of a bitch.
The head, Deanna. The head.
I want this place to stay standing.
You need to lead them.
They don't need me, Rick. What they need is you.
God, it sucks.
When he gets back, it's worth mentioning that Aaron works for a boy or a girl, depending on the spelling.
Wait. Maggie's not pregnant, is she? Oh, I can't handle that. Don't say Maggie's pregnant. Fuck off. Not after everything that's happened.
What?
It's Glenn. We don't know if he's still out there.
They could still be alive. We're not moving past that. Right here in this moment. This is it. This is what it is.
This is what life looks like now.
You heard about that? Tell me there's more.
About fucking time. So there we have it, episode 5. I'm going to jump straight into the next episode. As for that episode, I'll quickly say that I'm super proud of Jessie. You know, she's just getting on with stuff. She's doing what needs to be done. We saw her kill that walker with a knife up close and personal, so we know she's got the capabilities to do what needs to be done in this world. So if, God forbid, Alexandria does fall, I feel like she could survive along with Rick and the group. Staying on top of her as well, I'm glad her and Rick are finally seemingly getting together. I know it's a bit weird because Rick is the man that killed Pete, but in this fucked up world, I feel like that's okay. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like it's okay. I'm also really worried about Deanna. She seemingly lost the plot a few times in this episode, although there was that moment with Rick where she said she wants to survive, and she said that Rick needs to be the leader. So I feel like she's finally finding the mentality she needs to survive beyond the walls of Alexandria. But that end bit where she sort of rolled up the walkers and walked off, I'm a little worried that she could be getting overconfident, over cocky, or maybe she's got a death wish because, you know, her husband died, her son's died, and, you know, she's getting a bit cocksure. But yeah, I'm worried about her. I'm worried a bit about Spencer. We saw some good moments from him in this episode, actually, when he told everybody to stop raiding the pantry. But then he went and took stuff for himself. He was acting very selfish. You know, even though he did a good deed by shooting that truck driver and stopping it from crashing through the walls, he seems like he's a bit confused. He seems like, you know, he's still thinking about himself, like we saw with the food, of course. And I think, though, with a bit of steady, you know, a steady hand showing him the way, that he could come round to the mentality of Rick and the group, and he could become a useful member of Alexandria, become one of the, you know, the strong characters. But he's in a bit of a weird place at the moment, and he needs that guidance. Finally, before we move into the next episode, I'm just quickly going to touch on something which I'm not sure about. Aaron sort of hinted, he said to Maggie that Aaron is a good name for a boy or girl, to Maggie, and Maggie smiled. Now, I don't know whether that's him hinting to Maggie that she's pregnant and he knows. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that it could mean. And if that's the case, and we find out that's the case for sure, then that is going to rip my heart out. If Maggie is pregnant with Glenn's child and Glenn is dead, that would suck so much. But saying that, I'm also glad in this episode that I wasn't shocked that Maggie initially wanted to go out and rescue Glenn, go after him, because we saw after the prison that she went out of her way just to find Glenn no matter what. But I was glad Aaron went with her. I'm glad that Aaron sort of stuck with her no matter what, you know, even when she told him to turn back a number of times, he still went with her. And in the end, when Aaron said they could proceed, Maggie decided not to. She remembered the word she said to Glenn, that she would stay safe behind the walls, and that, you know, she would look after herself, and Glenn would signal her if he was alive. So I feel like Maggie did the right thing by staying behind. You know, she's waiting for his signal, even though we know it's never going to come. But at least she's safe. At least she's not going to unnecessarily take herself outside the walls and put herself in danger and possibly kill herself, and if she is pregnant, the child, which would be really tragic. So I just hope now that Maggie gets some closure, that Glenn is found. Even if Glenn the walker wanders up to the wall and Maggie spots him, it will suck seeing Glenn as a walker, but at the same time, at least she will know. At least she'll know he is dead. So at least there'll be some closure there, like I say. But let's get into the next episode. Let's get into episode 6. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching The Walking Dead Weekend with me. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up because it helps me and it helps the channel grow. Also, if you've got any thoughts or theories about the episode, remember you can leave them in the comments section below. But please, no spoilers. If you'd like to support me even more than you do now, you can find me on Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month you can take part in Patreon polls or even get early access to my videos. And finally, if you want to keep up to date with the channel, you can find me on Twitter at TVandMeReacts, or you can subscribe.